For years, my putting has been such an up and down roller coaster. Missing short putts.
Bruh.
3 putts from 3 to 5 feet.
Oh, come on.
Always nervous standing over the golf ball.
Bruh.
Oh my God. You kidding me, dude? Can't putt to save my life.
But then I had a lesson with my swing coach, Francis, and he showed me something I had never thought about.
He's fixed.
Bro,
End of the
let's
video.
go, chipping.
Dude, that was awesome. I set up a 6-foot putt here.
Okay.
I want you to hit 10 putts.
Now, are you looking for anything or just set up and hit?
I'm gonna look at your everything. I'm gonna look at setup and look at how your path's going through. I just want you to try to make as many as many 6-foot putts as you can. It's a good start.
Because this is usually my downfall. It's either left or right.
So you're missing both ways, huh?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, it could be a 3-footer and I miss it. It's like that one I feel like I'm pulling.
Okay. Okay.
So again, can you say real quick what you're doing?
What's up?
Can you say real quick what you're doing right now?
Yeah, so what I'm doing here is I'm checking, I want to see how many 6-foot putts you can make. 6 feet and in is really where we need to be solid, right? Those first 3 you made 1 out of 3. Now we're 4 out of 6, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can keep making them. I'm watching how your putter's moving through your stroke. Yeah, okay. I'm watching to see how we're releasing the putter. I'm looking at your setup to see if you're consistent in setup. Nice.
Man, I thought that was too hard.
And do you feel like you've made any big changes to your putting stroke over the years? What did you
recently.
used to do?
Which is the last video I drained like these long ones.
Yes, I saw that.
Mainly breathing, and then now it's like slightly to the back, and I'm more hunched over.
Okay.
Like before I would be like right here.
Okay.
And then now I'm like either choking low, and then like really just like.
You're more over it. Okay.
Yeah, more over it. I feel like. And that's where I feel like I get the most feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah, when you're lower to the ground.
Yeah, and then I'm like choking on the club.
Love that.
That was the only 2 distance, and I've been putting it lately pretty good.
Okay.
But like the first 3 or 6, I wasn't doing that. Like now I am. You see, now they're like softer and more lagging to the hole instead of.
So just one more, I think now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So how many have you made so far?
I think I missed 3, 4.
Missed 3. Okay, 3 or 4. Okay.
3 or 4.
Okay. Let me see. So we missed what? 5? Okay, so about 50%.
50%, yeah.
Okay, cool. So currently, tour average from 6 feet is about 70%.
So
right?
7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10, and that's not just straight putts, right? That's left to right breaks, right to left, uphill, downhill. Everything. Yeah. So being that we're at a very straight putt, and we're missing, about half of them, means there might be a little bit of work, but we're still trying to figure something out. Like, obviously, like you were putting really well last video, and
Dude,
you made some changes.
I felt like I was on fire.
Okay.
Like it was so crazy.
Cool. So I like the idea of you being more over the ball too.
Okay.
Go ahead and set up over the ball real quick. I want to see something.
Okay. Cool. Right here.
Right. Cool. So your eyes are technically like right over the golf ball. Okay. Cool. Okay. Go ahead and make your putt.
Do it?
Yeah. Okay. Now come back here behind me, and this is exactly where your putter line was aimed. See how it's aimed left?
Yeah.
Your first 3 putts, but when you were missing those?
Yeah. We're there?
We're all left. So you kind of readjusted and started pushing.
Yeah.
Or you let the club actually rotate.
I think it's the first one. Because I noticed I was going left. Okay. Let me adjust at impact. I kind of feel like I'm opening it up to make up for that. Me thinking, oh, this breaks left.
Yeah.
But it really was a straight putt. I didn't know that at the time. You know what I mean?
Do you know if you're right eye or left eye dominant?
I want to say right.
Okay.
But
that would make more sense to me because like as we're setting up to a golf ball as righties for putting especially, like we'll start to look this way because we're using our right eye to help aim. And if we're over the golf ball and we're doing this, inadvertently we're moving our lower body more and more open. Okay? And it's not bad to have a slightly open stance, but we have to know, do our shoulders want to be open too? Like, do we want to be square? What are we trying to do with the putt?
Right.
If the ball's too far back in the stance, a couple things could happen. One, you hit down on the golf ball. And if you hit down on the golf ball, now the ball starts to pop and hop and roll.
Right.
And it doesn't get to roll on top of the grass as quickly.
Yep, yep.
Or if the ball's too far back, we start to feel out. Maybe it's going to start pushing to the right. Do I start closing it more? Does it go left?
Oh, dang. Okay.
If we were to break this down, ideally, I would like to see the ball just forward of middle, wherever middle would be, club in the middle of your stance somewhere, ball just forward of it. Why? Because if everything else is equal, then the putter technically is on the upstroke,
right?
Just past the bottom point of the arc,
right?
And we're really trying to hit the ball slightly on the upstroke.
Right.
Now we don't ever want to have the club head go past the handle, so that's where our hands and our arm position helps us keep the handle a little bit more ahead of the golf club at impact. And I think because you put the ball back in your stance, you probably saw a more consistent strike because your hands were now more ahead than they used to be.
Yep.
So I think we could still do that, maybe not have to put it back, because I would worry about you having to add lofts to the putt, being that the ball's back in your stance.
Okay.
Instead of letting the handle lead and taking loft a little bit off the putter potentially,
right? Or
bringing it back to the true loft, right? And the only other thing I saw face on was I think that we drag this left elbow a little bit farther away from our body to try to keep the face square. But sometimes that pushes, or if you turn your body a little bit, that could pull. I would like to see a little more connection.
So you're saying that's not a good thing?
That's not a good thing.
Oh, so like
I wouldn't tell that to a PGA Tour player who's draining 70% of putts.
75% of the time?
Yeah, right? So, yeah, it works all the time. No, I think it'd be nice to get a little connection to feel, okay, like maybe this would be stock, and then make your variations from there.
Okay.
So
how would I do then if I'm not doing this? Like, what am I doing?
Well, I mean, a simple fix would be to give you a towel drill, but I don't want you to give you the towel yet until we figure out like what we're trying to do. So here's how I like to go about it. I like to hold the putter right in front of me. Okay. I'll put the grip of the putter facing my sternum, so pretty high up. Yeah. And I take my grip. And when I take my grip, one thing I took, a note I took from a coach out in Spain when I was playing professionally, he gave me a really cool tip. He said, you know, in irons we hold the club down in our fingers. Why? Because we want the wrist to start to work and roll over. We get a lot of power there, right? Yeah. But we wouldn't necessarily hold our putter grip down that low because we don't want the wrist to roll over. We don't want to see a big break per se in an angle and make this happen, right? So to lock the wrist out inadvertently, we hold it more up on our lifeline, right? So I think you do that too. You hold it right in your lifeline.
Naturally, like the little gun thing.
I love that. Love that. Cool. So I like that you do that because it looks like it's more of an extension of your forearm. Yeah. So now from there, with that grip, what I would do is I would try to pull the butt of the club closer to my sternum, but keep the elbows pointed down. So my elbows are gonna be right in front of my chest. That's it. Now, if I were to hand you like your baby, how would you cradle your baby in front of you, right? You support the weight of it with the elbows. Right. So now the elbows can't go anywhere because we're supporting the weight of the putter that's gravity's pulling down on it, right? So now we've officially locked our elbows in a connected spot.
I've never heard of this.
I taught this to some people with Parkinson's. Back in Florida. It was hard for them to have the shakes as much because we're naturally locking the joints in a way that gravity and the weight of the putter is actually keeping it in line and connected, right? So elbows down, putter a little closer to me. Now from here, I want to feel the weight of the club. Just kind of like deviate my wrist downward just a little bit. So the putter head's going to look like it goes below my hands just a little bit. From there, if I just rock from my core, and all I'm thinking about in my head is how do I keep the face stable? Like there's nothing that's going to stop that, right?
Hey, it's going to be.
So now just make that happen over the ball.
And I just do that over the ball.
Just do that, yeah. So you can start this way if you want.
That's so weird.
Here, 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 and then as this putter is dropping your wrist, let that
bend over,
pull you down, and then you can kind of like get set over, back, wherever you want to be.
Dude, I've never heard of this like that.
Yeah, just feel that weight. You should feel the weight almost in your fingers. Yeah. Now the fingers act like a rail. So if I put a rail here, that's what your fingers are doing. Right. So now that putter can never come off your rail because you've now created it with your elbows and your fingers.
I feel like I'm like.
Yeah, you're more in, right?
Yeah.
Now just make sure the putter's aimed more out to the right and then rock your shoulders. He's fixed.
Bro,
end of the
let's
video.
Go, chipping.
Dude, that was awesome.
I've never heard of that way, dude.
Really?
The only thing I've ever heard was the pendulum. Yep. And then do this. Keep the elbows.
Everyone's different, right? Like, you know, some people have different putters that make them do different things.
Yeah.
More upright, more flat angle, you know, putters or whatever, center shafted putters. Different shapes can make you want to swing in a different way. In one of my videos with Bobby Dean, a local
Link down
guru.
below. Link down below.
Yeah, Barton Creek Fitting Studio. Awesome
Okay.
if you're in Austin. He helped fit me for a putter, and I didn't notice that different shapes mean different things to me. Like I aimed my original putter 5 inches right of the ball within 5 feet, and I had no idea. So we went through all different heads, and I found out this head works best for my eyes. And if I can't aim well, what am I doing trying to fix my stroke? Right, so aim being one of the first things to really give me an idea on what my stroke should do.
That's such a good point, yeah.
So, I mean, I think you stroked that putter really well.
I felt like I didn't like jerk it, or nothing was like, because sometimes I feel like I'm here and then I'm like jerking it.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was smooth, yeah. And I really didn't think I was gonna get there.
I like that. I feel like if anyone's like worried about or has concerns with opening or closing the face.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with speed control for 30 or 40 feet. Like I feel like with this feel, I'm pretty much just playing cornhole or bowling.
That's a good point.
Or bowling,
it feels
right?
like,
Because what do you do when you bowl? Like the elbow passes your side. When you're playing cornhole, I'm just tossing it. Where's my elbow? I never do this.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe after a few beers. Like, what's up?
So let me ask you, takeaways for me as homework, should I just solely be working on this?
Yeah.
6 foot, or do I also do it 10, 15, 3 foot?
So I like to set up a drill station. I'll draw a line, usually a chalk line for 6 feet. So find a flat 6 foot putt. Then if you can find a slope that gives you a slight right to left break or left to right break, if you can make 10 in a row here, then start to do like a 3, 4, and 5 foot putt this way.
Okay.
And I call it climbing the ladder. So the typical ladder drill, if no one knows that yet, is you take a 3 foot putt, 4 foot putt, and 5 foot putt, mark them off with tees, and you start with 1 ball from each tee, make those all consecutively. If you don't miss, go 2 balls from each tee. And if you don't miss, go 3 balls from each tee.
So you're saying 1, 1, 1 or 2, 2, 2?
Yep, you go 1, 1, 1, and then 2, 2, 2, and then 3, 3, 3.
I see, okay.
Once you get to the 3 ball from each tee, that's like the end of it. If you don't miss, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right? You're really good from 5 feet, 6 feet and in.
Okay.
If you do miss, go back to the 1 ball from each tee.
I see.
And you got to do
So
it until you
reset.
complete it. Reset.
So, 1, 2, and 3 basically.
I typically do that from I talk about aim point a lot. So I start with a flat putt. I typically do that with a 1%, like right to left break.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 ladder drill. And then if I could do that, I go to a left to right break. So I'm always giving myself, okay, if I miss, I go back to here, 10 in a row. Okay, 10 6 foot in a row, awesome. Now I could try to test my break on right to left, left to right.
Okay.
And I do that for like 3 hours. I used to do that for like 3 hours a day.
Dude, but I only have like an hour every other day.
Then I would do this for 20 minutes.
Okay.
This is great.
Well, I was really thinking of like one day, an hour solely on putting.
Okay.
Another day, an hour solely on whatever you think.
Well, I love that. Then yeah, let's do the ladder drill from inside of 5 feet, inside of 5 or 6 feet, and then go to 10 foot.
Yeah.
See how many you can make from 10 feet, and then lag. So start to do a 15 foot and a 30 foot putt, and give yourself a little barrier, like okay, 3 foot circle,
right.
and draw it out with like maybe use some golf clubs.
Right.
So then you can start feeling the same exact idea here.
Yeah.
But I think if we work together more on putting, I love teaching putting.
Let's do it.
There's so much more with it,
Yeah.
like BPM with your tempo. What song works best for you for a lag
I saw one of your
putts.
videos about the song.
Yeah.
What was Snoop Dogg, or which is the one you said? Gin and Juice.
works for me.